Have you ever stopped to ponder the current situation of health and nutrition in rural communities of northern Nigeria? Let's take a moment to consider the current state of affairs. Northern Nigeria, a region rich in culture and diversity, is home to many rural communities. However, these communities face significant challenges when it comes to health and nutrition. The most prevalent issue is malnutrition. Many families, particularly those in remote areas, struggle to access nutritious food. The result? A staggering number of children suffering from severe malnutrition, which not only impacts their physical growth, but also hinders their cognitive development. But malnutrition is not the only concern. Clean water, an essential commodity we often take for granted, is a scarce resource in these areas. Water sources are often contaminated, leading to the spread of waterborne diseases such as cholera and typhoid. These illnesses, coupled with malnutrition, create a vicious cycle that is hard to break. Furthermore, the healthcare system in these communities is woefully inadequate. Healthcare facilities, where they exist, are often understaffed and ill-equipped. The lack of access to basic healthcare services means that common, treatable illnesses can quickly escalate, leading to unnecessary suffering and even loss of life. And let's not forget about maternal health. Many women in these rural areas do not have access to antenatal care, safe delivery services, or postnatal support. This not only puts the lives of these women at risk, but also impacts the health and survival of their newborns. These challenges paint a grim picture of the current state of health and nutrition in rural northern Nigeria. But it's not all doom and gloom. Many individuals and organizations are working tirelessly to turn the tide and improve the health and nutrition of these communities. The potential for change is vast. With the right interventions, resources and commitment, we can transform the health and nutritional status of these communities. We can ensure that children grow up healthy, women have safe pregnancies and deliveries, and families have access to clean water and nutritious food. So the question is, how can we bring about a change? One of the most powerful tools at our disposal is education. Education is not just about reading and writing. It's also about empowering individuals with knowledge and skills to improve their lives and their communities. In the context of health and nutrition, education can play an integral role in transforming rural northern Nigeria. Think about it. Teaching communities about the importance of a balanced diet can help combat malnutrition and associated health problems. It's about instilling the knowledge of what makes a healthy meal, the significance of fruits, vegetables, proteins, and carbohydrates. Similarly, education about hygiene practices can help prevent diseases, reducing the strain on already overburdened health facilities. Imagine the impact of understanding the importance of washing hands, boiling water, or keeping the environment clean. Training local healthcare workers is another way education can make a difference. This not only improves access to medical services, but also ensures that these services are provided by people who understand the community's unique needs and challenges. Knowledge, as they say, is power. Another key to improving health and nutrition lies in the soil itself. We shouldn't overlook the power of agriculture. It's a game changer, particularly for the rural communities of northern Nigeria. Promoting sustainable farming practices holds a promise of improved food security. When these communities have access to a steady supply of nutritious food all year round, we see a natural improvement in overall health. But how can we make this happen? It's a team effort. Government and non-government organizations have a crucial role to play. They can provide resources and training for farmers, helping them to understand and implement sustainable farming practices. This includes teaching about crop rotation, organic fertilizers, and water management, among other things. It's not just about growing more food, but growing it better. With the right support, the land can be a source of strength and sustenance. Let's not forget that the soil beneath our feet can be a powerful ally in our fight against hunger and malnutrition. Infrastructure is the third pillar that holds up the structure of development. It's the backbone of any thriving community, and the rural areas of northern Nigeria are no exception. Consider roads, for instance. Smooth, well-maintained roads are more than just a convenience. They are vital arteries that connect communities to essential services. Better roads mean faster and more efficient transportation of food, reducing spoilage, and ensuring that fresh, nutritious produce reaches the people who need it most. And then there's healthcare. A well-equipped hospital or clinic can be a beacon of hope in a rural community. But without proper infrastructure, even the best medical facilities can fall short. Reliable electricity, clean water supplies, and robust structures are all crucial components of a functioning healthcare facility. But how do we bring about these improvements? It's a task that requires concerted effort from both local and international organizations. Local authorities play a key role in prioritizing and implementing these projects, while international donors and NGOs can provide the necessary funding and technical expertise. Remember, infrastructure development isn't just about constructing buildings or paving roads. It's about creating an environment where people can live healthier, more productive lives. It's about ensuring that a mother in a remote village can give birth safely, that a farmer can get his produce to market, and that a child can access the education they need. Good infrastructure can pave the way for healthier communities. Because at the end of the day, that's what development is all about: building healthier, happier, and more prosperous communities for everyone. So where do we go from here? We've taken a look at the current state of northern Nigeria, understanding the challenges faced by these communities, particularly in terms of health and nutrition. We've discussed the transformative power of education, not just in equipping individuals with knowledge and skills, but in sparking a change in attitudes and behaviours that can ripple through communities. We've explored the role of agriculture, a vital sector that holds immense potential for driving economic growth and reducing poverty. By promoting sustainable agricultural practices and improving farmers' access to resources and markets, we can enhance food security and nutrition in these communities. We've also highlighted the importance of infrastructure. Roads, schools, hospitals, these are the arteries and organs of a community, essential for its survival and growth. But what's the way forward? It's all of these elements coming together, working in synergy. It's about comprehensive, integrated interventions that address the multiple dimensions of poverty and undernutrition. It's about empowering communities, giving them the tools and the opportunities to lift themselves out of poverty. And most importantly, it's about commitment. Our commitment to making a difference, to not just imagining a better world, but actively working towards it. Because improving health and nutrition in rural northern Nigeria is not just a possibility, it's an imperative. Before we wrap up this informative journey, let's talk about engagement. If you found this video informative and want to learn more about health and nutrition in rural communities, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more people, amplify more voices, and spark more conversations about these important issues. And it's not just about watching and sharing these videos, it's about getting involved, joining the conversation, and contributing to the change. Engage with local organizations, support initiatives that align with your values, and use your skills and resources to make a difference. Remember, every action, no matter how small, can have a big impact. Now let's talk about education, not just the education we've discussed earlier in the video, but self-education. Keep learning, keep asking questions, keep challenging your assumptions. Knowledge is power, and with power comes responsibility. Use what you've learned to educate others, to challenge injustice, and to advocate for change. And finally, empowerment. We've talked about how we can empower communities in northern Nigeria, but let's not forget about personal empowerment. Believe in your ability to make a difference. Believe in your power to change the world, one small step at a time. So, stay tuned for more videos on empowering rural communities. Together, we can create a world where everyone, regardless of where they're born, has the opportunity to live a healthy, fulfilling life.